IndianTelevision.com's weekend portal, Exact Lifestyle, will feature the best of lifestyle reports, insights on better living and international trends. On our new show Talking Point, get a sneak peek into the lives of inspiring individuals who have been able to carve a niche for themselves in their respective fields. From their journey to their inspiration, catch them talking about their work and making candid confessions only on Talking Point. He is the youngest member of the Barjatya family, and today the Managing Director and CEO of Rajshri Entertainment is here with me to share a bit about his journey. Let us meet Mr. Rajjat Barjatya. Thank you so much, Mr. Barjatya, for actually being on the
My
show
pleasure.
with
Thank
us.
you for inviting me.
Rajshri Entertainment
Absolutely.
has 67 years of legacy. What is your story? What is your journey?
So I'm very fortunate and blessed to be born in a family that's been at the forefront of family entertainment since 15th August 1947. And my grandfather began the company. We are a family business. We are a 100% privately owned business. We're a business which has stood the test of time because we have constantly reinvented ourselves. That's very important. We had a very normal upbringing. We always keep work and family completely separate, so we don't have film stars coming home. A lot of my friends think you have Salman Khan and Madhuri Dixit walking into your home. That's not true. It was a very normal upbringing, but I knew that we are a high-profile family because the Barjatya name opened doors.
Absolutely.
And the kind of business we were in, we were making films. People, kept talking to me about this new film that we have made. Some liked it, some didn't. But what we did kept us in the news as a family.
Absolutely.
So we are low profile, but our business is high profile. That's something which I realized pretty early in life. In fact, in school itself, because I was in the 10th when Maine Pyar Kiya released. And that film became a huge rage, especially with a 15-year-old like what I was at that time.
Right.
So it became extremely popular, and I became popular in school because I happened to be from that family.
But tell me something, when you were in school and college, did you have different aspirations, or did you know that for sure that I'm going to be joining the family business?
I was extremely interested in the business side of the business.
Okay.
So there's a creative side, and then there is a complete business and marketing and administration side. So that's something which excited me. Money excites me really.
Okay.
Yeah, and we were taught that we are not in the business to make money.
Okay.
We're in the business to make a difference. We're in the business to entertain people. We're in the business to spread a positive message. My grandfather would always say that through our films we can spread a message.
Yeah.
It's our responsibility to spread the right message,
Right.
which is the reason why we have made the kind of films we have made.
Right.
So I was aware that I have a huge responsibility on my shoulders as third generation.
Yeah.
I have a lineage which I have to protect, and the aim really is to take it 10 steps ahead, but the least you can do is protect the lineage.
Absolutely.
So I was always very interested in what we were doing. And right from my, when I was in 3rd, 4th, 5th standard in school, I would accompany my father to office, during summer vacations or maybe on a Saturday. We would have trial shows in the office. We have a preview theater in the office. So we would hold screenings of new films, unreleased films which were being offered to us for distribution. So we would go to office very often, and it was hugely exciting. And I knew that I have to come here and take it 10 steps ahead. I have to revolutionize the business. I have to take it into new directions. So when I was very young, I didn't know what direction.
Yeah.
But I was pretty certain that this is my calling. And I was right.
Fantastic. When you first set up the company, in 2006, if I'm not
Yes.
wrong, what kind of challenges did you face? Was there a lot of pressure being, a part of the family at the same time? There are a lot of expectations which have been set. So what kind of challenges did you face, and how did you overcome them?
That phase in 05, 06 really was, I would say, the toughest phase of my professional career.
Okay.
When you've spent a few years in the comfort of your family business, it's a huge comfort zone. I had my father, his two older brothers.
Right.
My grandfather passed away a little before that, but my elder brother Suraj, who was an icon really.
Yeah.
So I was the baby of the family, I still am. It was a huge decision to move out of that comfort zone and set up something on my own, which the family didn't know anything about. The kind of content I have to put out has to be different because you can't watch a 3-hour film on your mobile phone. It's 3 minutes. So right from 3 hours to 30 minutes to 3 minutes.
Everything.
I think we are one company that spans
Yeah.
the entire gamut of entertainment.
Absolutely, that's really, really wonderful. Tell me, weren't you ever afraid to make mistakes?
I love making mistakes.
Why is that so?
I hate making the same mistakes again. And I encourage my team, we're now 90 of us, we all have 4 hands each. All of us are hardworking and passionate and committed to the business.
Yeah.
I encourage them to make mistakes. That's the only way they will learn.
Right.
And I always tell them, you will make small mistakes. As CEO of the company, I will make big mistakes.
Right.
If you can forgive me, so can I.
Do you think, I mean, is it right to say that you're actually a risk taker, or do you think you make a lot of calculated moves, when you actually make a decision?
Okay. So decisions are always taken at 2 levels. One is there is a little bit of analytics,
Yeah.
data, past experience. So there's a lot of, as far as possible, analytics and data to guide me, numbers to guide me. But at the end of the day, it is a call that I take from my gut.
Okay.
It is an intuition also because I'm working with a compass, not a map. When I began the business in 06, there was no digital business.
Actually.
So I didn't have a map. You can only have a map when someone has walked that path before.
Absolutely.
No one had walked it before. So I was working with a compass and I was making a map for the next guy. So I had no option but to be a risk taker at that time. And the only thing I had was knowledge of how things work in the US
Right.
and how they could potentially work in India. And I realized how different US and India are. The audience tastes are different. There is no animal called Bollywood in the US, which has 1,000 films a year, 6 to 8 songs per film, stars who are much bigger than singers, unlike the West.
Right.
The whole broadband infrastructure. India is a mobile-first country. The US is a desktop-first country. So there are a lot of differences between US and India. But back in 06, that's the only learning I had. That this is how it's done in the US, and potentially this is how it could be done in India. And we tried. We jumped into the deep end of the pool. We swam a little bit. A little water went into our mouth, but we're still afloat.
Nice. Okay, I'm very curious to know, weren't you ever tempted to kind of take up filmmaking or producing a film, because you have such wonderful, like Mr. Suraj Barjatya.
Yes.
He has made some wonderful films.
He's a creative genius, and
Right.
he's an inspiration really. He was very clear right from his school days. He was extremely clear. I want to be a filmmaker. It's your calling. There is no right or wrong, but I think whatever you do with full passion. And we're in the film business. There is creative, and then there is also the business side to it. So I think both are equally important. It's just what you choose to do, what excites you. So I never saw myself spending a couple of years at a movie studio and scripting a film and then shooting a film and then post-production. It doesn't excite me at all. I thought I would rather be the person who's behind those filmmakers. Can I empower lots of young filmmakers to realize their dream? That's how I see myself. I see myself as a bridge between talent and the audience.
Nice. But what is your favorite Rajshri film, if I were to ask you?
Maine Pyar Kiya, by far. I think it's Surajji's best film.
Yeah.
And I would personally rate Maine Pyar Kiya above Hum Aapke Hain Kaun.
Right.
Also because I was 15 when that film released. Hormones were at their peak at that time. So that film had a huge impact on me.
So tell me, who are the people who have influenced you in your life?
I think the biggest influence has been my family. It's a very cliche statement, but I have learned a lot from them. Learned both what to do and what not to do. There are a lot of things which I completely agree, a lot of things which I would want to do differently. So I really think that my family has had a huge influence on how I've become. A lot of influence is actually my young team. So every day I learn more from them than they learn from me. So the average age is about 24, 25. I'm 40, so I tilt the balance in the wrong direction. But they are the ones who have grown up in the internet era.
Right.
They pick up things so quickly. My children, for example, my daughters are 10 and 5.
Yeah.
My younger daughter goes to a television and tries to swipe it like an iPad or an iPhone, and then it doesn't work, and she thinks it's not working.
Not working.
Why is the TV not working? When the iPad works, when the iPhone works, why isn't the TV working? Now, it's something which I would never dream of doing, but it's so natural behavior for a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
I learn a lot from people around me.
So tell me, after a hard day's work, how do you unwind? How do you relax?
I'm not tired.
Really?
I work 12 hours a day,
Nice.
but I love what I do,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't feel tired.
But don't you have any indulgence in terms of a massage
Kids.
or maybe like
Kids,
Oh.
playing with kids, they are my biggest stress busters.
yeah? Nice.
I'm not tired, so it's not as if I need some sort of recreation.
Yeah.
We go out very often with the kids for meals,
Nice.
or whether it's for movies. We just saw PK, which both my kids really enjoyed.
Nice.
And the kids are my biggest stress busters. We travel a lot with them, so I take about 4 holidays a year,
Nice.
some with kids and some without, besides all the traveling that I do for work.
Yeah.
So I do take out time for them, because on weekdays, if I'm working 12 hours, it becomes very difficult to spend time with them.
Absolutely.
So my Sunday is completely with them.
Yeah. And so also talking about children, your daughter recently, she published her first book,
Yes.
at the age of 9.
9, yes.
What were your thoughts on that? I mean,
Yes.
what were your thoughts when she
She's
first...
quite a prodigy.
Yeah.
And when I was in hospital, she would send me stories and poems to cheer me up.
Okay.
But I saw the writer in her evolve. She's very observant.
Mm.
And even before she could write, she began writing. So she would narrate poems, and my wife and I would write. And then she began writing herself. And now, of course, she has an iPad and Kindle and everything, for her to write on.
Fantastic.
So she's quite a prodigy. And I think the least we can do as parents
Yeah.
is encourage her, give her a platform, and let her express her creativity. It's her talent, it's her creativity, but it's a platform that we have provided as parents, which I think every parent should.
Yeah.
So I don't think I have done anything extraordinary
Mm.
in encouraging my child who has some talent. I've helped her to express her talent. I've given her the confidence that if you can think of something, you can achieve it.
Nice. Then what keeps you focused?
The burning desire
Yeah.
to find your calling,
Mm.
to discover your destiny,
Okay.
to make a positive difference
Mm.
to viewers across the world, to audiences across the world. They love films, they love music, they love watching content on YouTube. 1 billion people log on to YouTube every day to do only one thing: watch a video.
Right.
Can that be my video?
Mm.
So I want to take Indian entertainment global. I want to make Mumbai the entertainment capital of the world, and I will. So I think if there's one thing which you ask me that helps me keep focused, I think is passion.
Yeah. Are you a very spiritual person? Like, what is your relationship with God?
He's everywhere. I am spiritual but not religious. I'm born in a Jain family.
Yeah.
We are pure vegetarian. None of us touch alcohol or tobacco of any kind.
Yeah.
These are again values that have been passed down generations. I'm very proud of the way we live. We are a joint family. We're 16 family members who live in the same house.
Yeah.
We have a common kitchen, common dining room. So it's amazing. It's like in our movies.
So, sir, if at this stage, if you have to describe your life in one word, what would that be and why?
Blessed. I'm absolutely blessed. For many reasons. A, to be born in the family I'm born in. B, doing the work that I'm doing. Being able to live my dream, being able to pursue my passion, being able to make a difference. C, I'm blessed because of the kind of people I am able to attract towards myself.
Okay.
I think I'm very fortunate. The kind of people I am working with currently, whether it's my immediate team or it's even the people we work with in part of our films or TV shows or music or digital content, what I'm doing, just very blessed to be working with some wonderful people who are both wonderful and talented. It's a rare combination. Blessed because God kept me alive. After my near fatal leukemia, so in December 2010, on Christmas in fact, I was told you have leukemia. I didn't even know what that means. And I was told that it's a rare type of blood cancer.
Yeah.
It took me over 6 months in hospital undergoing chemotherapy to actually come back on my feet. And I was 30 kilos lighter than I am today. I had no eyebrows, I had no hair at all. It's all come back. This is my second life. So I'm actually 4 years old. That's how I see myself. This is the second life, and God has kept me alive because He wants me to achieve my ambition. So it's extremely gratifying, and the only way I can describe my life is blessed.
Fantastic, sir. That's a wonderful thought. And that wraps up our interview.
Thank you so much for calling me.
Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
a lovely time.
My pleasure.